Hello,
Hey there.
and welcome back to the Tom and Jerry Experience. How's everybody doing out there? How you doing today, Captain Tom? Uncle Tom?
Well,
Captain Tom?
yeah, same thing. I'm doing just fine, Jerry. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm doing great. Hey, if y'all haven't noticed, it's Super Bowl time. It's Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl. So I know that a lot of cool commercials during Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and we did a poll on the Tom and Jerry Experience Facebook page, and we asked people. So I gave them three choices. Some people may say three. There's only two teams, but basically the poll was, who you gonna pick? And what I did was I put like a city on there. I said, are you gonna pick Seattle? Are you gonna pick New England? Or are you gonna pick Team Tom and Jerry Experience? All right.
Sounds good to me.
So, CJ, do you have the results up for us to look at the results of our poll?
It looks like Seattle is leading for the NFL. New England is at 0%.
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry Experience.
So look at that. So we did get two people that said Seattle, and then we had so it was about 20%, and we had like 80% said Tom and Jerry Experience. Team Tom and Jerry
Hey, there
Experience.
we go, man.
So do you play wide receiver or do you quarterback? What's your?
I'm the head. No, I'm the your backup coach.
Oh, okay, backup coach. All right, gotcha. All right, so I just want to thank everybody for submitting their information for the poll. Appreciate your participation in that. Also,
It's funny. We have things on Facebook, but the only person I can't get on Facebook is me.
Oh man, what's up with that?
Well, I don't have anything to get it on them with.
Oh well, yeah, that's true. We'll have to get that fixed. Now, there's one
Sounds
other
good.
thing. There's one other thing we want to mention. It's been a few days, but guess what? Our producer CJ just had a birthday.
Oh my!
Like just less than a week ago. And on the count of three, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. You live in a zoo. You look like a monkey, and you smell like one too. All right, so
Thank you, guys.
in full disclosure,
That was all on him, by the way.
Thank you, guys.
If our
I love it.
so if our producer, who by the way just turned 17, how cool is that?
17. I thought it was 18.
Eight? Yeah, he's 8. No, he's 17.
No, I thought he turned 18.
No, 17 years
Oh
old.
my!
Years
Okay.
young, yeah. Now, if he looks like a monkey and smells like one, it's my fault. We'll just say I'm his dad, so it's my
Hey.
fault, So we'll just throw that out there. All right, so we went over the results of the poll. Again, thank you everybody for that. Now, in today's episode of Front Row Parking, in a previous show, man, I'm excited about this. Captain Tom, I'm excited. We ask everybody, what are your pet peeves?
Yes.
Okay? And
Do we know what that is?
well, we're getting ready to mention that. But I will say this. We received more response from this question than any other question we've ever asked our viewing audience, okay? So I tell you, people seemed very excited about sharing their pet peeves.
So we got more than 2.
Right. Right. Yes, thank you. Thank you. More than 2 responses, yes.
Good job, folks.
So before we go there, Captain Tom, so what is the definition of pet peeve?
Okay, a pet peeve, and it says something that a particular person finds especially annoying.
All right, so something that a particular person finds especially annoying.
And it says the plural if pet peeve is pet peeves with an S. So,
Pet peeves with an S. It's not pet pie or anything, it's pet peeve.
yeah.
Now, I'm going to go a little bit deeper because I have a more in-depth definition, if you will.
Yes.
So it goes on to say minor annoyance that, ready for this? Big words we're going to use here. A minor annoyance that disproportionately irritates someone, like really irritates them, often to a degree that seems excessive to others. So in other words, what may seem disproportionately annoying to you may not be so much to me, right? But that's your pet peeve. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Let's see. Examples. And might want to write this down because we might hear about this later on. Misusing grammar, right?
Oh yeah.
Leaving dirty dishes out. Ooh.
Don't look at me.
Oh, don't look at you. Okay, I won't look at you.
You also looked at me when you were like,
So-
pet peeve.
So finally, it's a subjective grievance that isn't usually a big deal to most, but it's consistent. But it consistently bothers a particular individual. Does
Right.
that make sense? So maybe it's not annoying to most people, but it's annoying. So let's read some of these. All right, I'll go first.
Go ahead.
So Paula Paula is I mentioned her. She's been contributing lately. She's a coworker of mine. I've mentioned this before. So she says, I hate when people cough into their hand instead of their elbow, their sleeve. And I can understand that. She goes on to say, people who talk on speakerphone in public. Oh, yeah. We don't need to hear your conversation, she says.
Right.
And finally, man, I'm gonna mention something similar to this. She says, finding clean, folded laundry mixed with dirty clothes. She says, my children learned to do their own laundry after this happened several times. That is kind of funny. All right, what you got next there, Captain Tom?
Well, we got one from Sue
Okay.
who's contributed before.
Awesome.
And she says, my pet peeve is when people don't pronounce letters and words,
Okay.
even the newscasters.
Right. Oh,
And she gives an example. The word button,
button. Okay.
Button,
Okay. Button.
is
okay.
not pronounced button.
Button.
There are two T's in the middle. Pronounce them, she says, with an exclamation point.
So that's an example of people not pronouncing words a certain way, right?
Right.
Okay. Outstanding. Tom, I believe this is Tom. Tom is a grade school friend of mine.
Not I.
Not
I mean,
you. Yeah, a
it's
different
not
Tom.
This is not my pet peeve.
Right. However, we may see that we hear this pet peeve more than once. I'm like,
I do believe we do.
Tom says loud chewing and lip smacking while eating.
Now, I read that earlier. I get the loud chewing part.
Okay.
What is lip smacking?
So that kind of like,
Oh,
yeah, like
okay. That's what I
especially-
thought,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Is our how'd that go there, viewing audience? Did I get the lip smacking all right? Let me move on here. Let's see. I said Tom. Oh, okay. Sarah.
You got the next one too, yeah.
Sarah, yeah. Sarah says when eating at a restaurant and they come by sweeping the floor next to your table, all the stuff flying up while you're eating right there. Hey, I can understand that being a pet peeve, I can understand it.
And I think she says, ugh.
Yeah, ugh. That's her. All right, you got the next one there.
Okay, this comes from Bill. And
Bill, all right.
again, we're going to have a duplicate.
Okay.
But he says people that say anywho. Like, it's a crapshoot anywho.
Right. Oh, yeah.
That was a line from a movie, by the way. Guess which one? Loud chewing and popping gum.
Popping gum. Say there's that again.
Not necessarily bubble gum,
Right.
but when you've got chewing gum and people will like pop it like that.
Yes.
And,
I know.
that could get annoying.
I think I did that in middle school. Let me think about that.
Anywho.
I probably did it as well, but hey.
CJ contributing. Thank you, thank you, producer CJ. All right. That was funny. What do you got next there?
You got the next one.
Oh, sorry, audience. I have the next one. John contributes, and John says this is a neighbor of mine. John, he says, "Know-it-alls without facts." I like that.
Yeah.
Know-it-alls without facts. Quick, funny story. So, I had this friend that, I was in the Navy. I was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay.
And, for fun, I guess, there was this gazebo, and we would just go there and drink, pop or whatever, and smoke cigarettes or whatever, just to get off the ship and relax, on the pier,
Great.
But this friend of mine, we would be talking about whatever, and he would say, "Oh yeah, I've done that. Oh yeah, I did that." Blah, blah. So I started thinking, I started talking about spelunking because I've actually been spelunking. Do you know what spelunking is?
Yeah, it's when you go into a cave.
Yes!
I personally have never been able to, but I would
Correct.
have if I could have.
So you understand. As soon as I said spelunking, his face went blank because he was no longer the know-it-all that knew it all. You know what I mean? So, all right. So we got one here. Keith, first-time contributor. Keith says, "Oh, this is funny." Now, of course, I know this guy, right? Keith. Now he says Cincinnati fans. Now, when he says Cincinnati fans, he means like Bengal fans, Reds fans. Okay. Cincinnati fans being okay. Constantly losing and always saying next year. So in other words,
wait till next year.
Yeah, the fans that are always saying, "Oh, next year it'll be great," and he's saying, Cincinnati fans that are okay with that versus, I don't know, complaining about it or something like that.
I would like to say to Keith, we're not necessarily okay with it.
Right.
We just got to live with it.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? Not to get off topic too much, but think of some of these cities like, I don't know,
New York.
Well, no, CJ's, he's gonna be like, what? Like Detroit, the Lions as an example. Have they even been to a Super Bowl? No,
not that I know of.
Teams that
they've hosted one that I can remember.
Yeah, well, they have a dome, right? Yeah.
Well,
sure.
the Bengals were in that one.
Right. But think about that. There are some cities who their teams have, they've consistently been like, wah, so. All right. You got the next one.
I got the next one here. It says, Michael says, willful ignorance. People who are stupid because they choose to be.
You know what's funny about this?
I've read this and I kept wondering.
What's he talking about?
Who exactly does he mean?
Well, in my mind, okay. Well, what he mean? I think what he means is, people that they choose to be that way because maybe they don't do their research, or because they want people to think that they're a certain way when actually maybe they're smarter than that. An example that I think of is, the spouse that messes up doing dishes. So then the other spouse is like, "Oh, just forget it. I'll do it from now on." So, you act a certain way, like, I know how to do dishes, but I'm going to pretend like I don't know how, so that my spouse just takes care of it, right?
Yeah.
You got one here from Shannon, huh?
Yeah,
she's contributing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's right. Her pet peeve is control freaks.
Freaks.
I can agree with that one.
Hey, yeah, nobody likes a control freak.
I've known a few in my lifetime, and they're not fun to be around.
Gotcha.
They gotta tell everybody what to do all the time.
Well, and it's like, they have to have their thumb down on everything, and it's like they almost get bent out of shape if they don't have the control.
And if you don't do as they say.
Right, yeah.
You've been there, done that.
Now here's one. Now this is from a normal contributor, Nancy. Nancy says her pet peeve is, she says, myself. Like, wait, you annoy yourself? She says, not moving and getting everything done that I planned. I tell you, maybe that's just procrastination. Who knows? You know what? I'll take care of it tomorrow or something. I don't know.
I was going to be a professional procrastinator, but I kept putting it off. I couldn't resist that one, dude.
What's that?
If I had the laughter button, I would press it.
Yes,
we don't have the laughter button turned on today.
Boo.
All right, so next, a new contributor, another grade school friend of mine, Stephanie. She says, "Oh gosh, I tell you this one here." And CJ's about ready to be driving, and he's going to get to know this here. People driving slow in the far left lane, or semi trucks that do the same thing. Oh man, you know what? You can, if you go over in the left lane on the freeway,
you're supposed to go as fast as you.
Well, not
at least the speed limit.
Well, the flow of traffic. Go as you're not
go with the
to
flow. Yes.
Yeah, but not. Not right at the speed, because that's like the passing lane, all right?
Right.
And from what I understand, there are police jurisdictions that'll give you a ticket for, look, you're going too slow, in this lane. And it can cause accident, it causes big back. Look, you got the middle lane, it's like, you're just kind of going with the flow. The right lane, a little bit slower, right? But the left lane, those are people like, hey, get out my way. You know, we got something going on. We're in a hurry.
Right.
And if fine, you want to get in the left lane, get in there. But hey, you got to keep up with the Joneses, you know, when you're in that left lane. So, all right. Tom wants to read this last one to us.
Okay. Rob, now, was he a former contributor?
He had, yes, Rob has,
Okay.
Rob was like when I was in high school, Rob was my best bud, right?
There you go, man.
And we worked together.
He just simply says hypocrites.
Hypocrites. Wait.
And doesn't explain himself. But hypocrites, I mean, yeah, I get it.
I thought it said Hippocrates.
Wah, wah, yeah.
You get the crows.
Oh, you get the cricket and the crows.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's why I said wah, wah.
So hypocrites, hypocrites.
But, yeah, I get that. That's people that, you know, say, for example, go ahead.
And in my mind, I'm like, gosh, I hope Paula isn't referencing me in this one.
I doubt it.
But let's read it and see what it says here. Paula says, I thought of another one. Really, she only contributed 3 of them and she thought of another one? Like, man, Paula, she has all kinds of pet peeves. All right.
Well,
She says, when people don't cover their food when they put it in the microwave, splatters everywhere.
right.
And they don't care because they won't be the one to clean it. And I thought, is she talking about me? But I was like, no, I clean up after. Paula, I promise I clean up after myself when I cook in the microwave. Because we have a microwave at work, you know?
Okay.
I'm like, I hope she's not talking about Sailor Jerry here. All right, so with that being said, Captain Tom, what's your pet peeve?
My pet peeve.
Maybe you have more than one, but what's your...
Yes, I would say I have more than one.
Sure.
I guess everybody does.
Yeah.
One of my top ones would be people who will lie to you.
Right. Oh, yeah.
To say, for example,
Sure.
you know, they'll say they'll help you out, but really they don't want to.
Right, maybe.
But they ain't got the guts to tell you they don't want to.
Sure.
Or they want, you know, if you say, can you help me out? But yeah, if you pay me.
Right.
You know, that kind of thing doesn't fly with me.
Doesn't set well
But
with me,
if you're gonna lie to me, or you know, and also people that make up fabrications about, say for example,
well, making up a fair, that's like lying, really, in a sense.
Well,
right?
that is the same thing.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Saying, how much did this cost? And they tell you maybe half of what it was.
Oh, right, yeah,
You know,
yeah. Or they leave out the fees, you know, stuff like that. Yeah.
But being lied to is just
So
generally
that's
in general being lied to.
It burns your rear. Huh?
If you're gonna tell me you want to do something, mean it.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure. Now here's mine. Everybody's got a few, but I would say that one of my pet peeves is when people leave laundry, dirty laundry in particular, on the floor.
Oh yeah. Well,
oh, sorry, I had a malfunction in my chair. I turned for some reason.
I guess that was a comment to our producer.
No.
Now remember, he's got the button that we can turn us off with. You know.
Sorry, no, but he said, I got the power right here to disconnect.
He's He-Man. Yeah, he's got the power.
But no, that's one of my pet peeves. It's like, there's a laundry basket. Just throw it in the laundry basket. There's no need for it to be on the floor, stuff like that. That kind of goes hand in hand a little bit with the thing Paula mentioned, right? How there's a basket of laundry with folded laundry, yet somebody threw dirty stuff on top.
Yeah.
They were too lazy to put the laundry away, and so. Now, I do want to ask a question, and this is for a future show.
Okay.
All right. And this is actually one I'm kind of looking forward to as well. Kind of like that. I really enjoyed this pet peeve conversation. We had a lot of people contribute, and we appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, audience, for participating. We really appreciate it. But if you, and this is not just you, right, but anybody, if you could go back in any decade, right?
What decade?
Yeah, and especially knowing what you know now. If you could go back to any day, it could be before you were born, it could be whatever. Obviously not in the future, but back, right? To any decade, knowing what you know, what decade would it be, right? You don't have to answer that right now.
Right.
But that is what I want to send that out to the audience, right? If you could go back to any decade, what would it be, right? And I think that would be a fun conversation to have. Yeah. But other than that, really appreciate everybody, chiming in. And with that, that pretty much concludes our show for today.
All right.
And like I always say, like my mom always says, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
And I'd like to say thank you all for viewing, and I love you, and y'all take care.
All right, have a great day. See ya.